For those making under 50K, how are you surviving? Roommates? Able to find housing for under 1K a month? Side hustle? Still live with family? Is anything getting put towards retirement, emergency savings? 529 if you have kids. I work hard as heck for $20.50 per hour and I'm so sick of it. In CA, minus all deductions is about 25%. Took home $33,000 in 2023. Managers, supervisors want everything perfect. And act as if everything is alright as if I took home $65,000. Make a bit over $20 per hour and have a 2-bedroom apartment due to my daughter coming over during the weekends. I definitely live paycheck to paycheck. But as long as I don't do anything too silly, I can get by and afford things. Have a car payment too. Saving money is kind of out of the question though. My rent is only $900 for a house. I've gotten lucky renting from a landlord, not a management company. I work from home so I save money that way and I work a lot of OT. I only eat once a day lol. I live in a small town. I cook from scratch. I saved for a while and bought my car with cash, so no interest. I don't have any debt to service. I live in Minneapolis in a 1-bedroom for less than $1,000. Thank God. Hopefully with a new union job I'm starting this year I'll keep getting more and more financially secure, but even now I'm in pretty good shape. I simply live a very simple life. Rent eats up around 70% of my income for a 1-bedroom apartment in Denver. Utilities etc. eat up most of the rest. It eats simple cheap food, mainly burritos, and mostly hang out at home playing games, reading etc. When I go out, I mostly go do free things, like hang out with family, go the library, park and so forth. It's not exactly exciting, but I get by. I'm kind of a homebody anyways. If I ever do manage to find a job paying decent wages, my lifestyle honestly probably wouldn't change that much. I'd just have more in the way of savings for an emergency. I've been very poor my whole life. I'm pretty used to it. That said, I did have a roommate for most of my 20s. And life was much easier when I was paying roughly 50% of my income on rent rather than 70%. I like the independence and privacy of living alone. But I do miss having a little more of a financial buffer. I make around $32,000 per year working retail. I always had roommates when I was making less than 50K a year. Now I found a pretty decent job and make about 100K a year and own a home where I have roommates. I keep the rent low and rent to people in my community. I fully remodel the rooms and bathrooms on an 8-year schedule if they are continuously rented by the same person, or 5+ on move out, if it's changed, with normal maintenance between renters. Only ever had one problem roommate in the past 10 years. Which is great. $10 per hour, after taxes and expenses. Rent is $600 per mo, healthcare.gov, barely getting by. I make $40K a year. Low cost of living. Single mom of 2. I am drowning and seriously considering getting married just to survive. I'm in a weird place. I make less than $19 per hour. So I'm struggling, but love my job. I don't want to leave it because I'll probably never find someplace else where I am this happy with my work, but it doesn't pay enough. So I have a second job and I supplement with my student loans. The hope is to someday make enough to survive on my own. For the time being I have a roommate and I'm slowly sliding into debt. But at least I'm not stressed out and hating what I do all day. I've got 2 kids and we survive because our country helps us out. I don't live in the US. That's how. How are we surviving? Poorly. Gross 55-57. Add 58K doing Uber on the side. Don't live in a high cost of living area. But it's going up. Lucked into a decent house as a foreclosure. Paying 1/4 to 1/3 of my market for a mortgage. I overspend. Subscriptions and eating out so could do better than I am. But planning to pay off a few things the next couple of months and do better at meal prep to cut food, entertainment budget. $18 an hour at a dealership. I live with my aunt. I couldn't afford my own place if I tried. Just got to 50K 2 years ago. Up till then it was 33K. I cooked a lot of pinto beans and cornbread. Only heated one room with a plug-in oil heater. Had no vehicle payment and a $500 rent. It was really tight. I pretty much get my bills paid, eat out once or twice a month, and hope nothing bad happens. I split everything with my BF except student loan payments. I make 48K a year and live in the Rocky Mountains, USA. I share a $2,800 per month 5-bedroom house with my boyfriend and another couple with 2 children. It evens out to $700 per month for each adult. I have just under $20,000 of debt. Credit cards, car loan, and student loan. I'm paying monthly, and have a plan to be debt-free in 3 years. I put $400 a month into various savings accounts, and contribute to my company's 401k. Even still, I live on less than $100 per paycheck every 2 weeks after my bills and savings. That doesn't sound too bad, right? I'm middle-aged, by all projections. Even if I wait until I'm 70 to quit working, my 401k will last 3 years. And then what? My family has all lived into their 90s. And most had Alzheimer's or dementia. It's not realistic for me to expect to be able to work until I die, like so many people seem to think they're going to do. So, what's the option for my future? I'm hoping to buy a house once I get all my debt paid down. With a 15-year mortgage, I can hopefully pay it off before I have to stop working. Then at least I can't be evicted or foreclosed. If I install solar panels, my electricity won't get shut off. With a fireplace, I can keep warm, even if I can't pay a gas bill. With a garden, I can eat. This may all sound like an American dream, but I'm literally pre-planning for how to survive my elder years in poverty. This is where we're at now, as a society. I survive by being single, paying close to 60% of income on rent, and eating a lot of white rice.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.